If everybody can try to find a seat in this shade, I know it's a little difficult, but the sun keeps moving on us. So good morning. I'm Kathy Castle. I'm the president and CEO of the Lakeside Chamber of Commerce. And on behalf of my board of directors, I'd like to welcome you on this very hot but memorable day. I'd like to quickly introduce our county supervisor, Diane Jacob, and our Lakeside vice chairman of the board, Nina Dermisi. All of my board of directors, current and past, can you please raise your hand? Because it's about you today too. Thank you. And of course, the lovely Miss Lakeside ladies. Thank you for coming, ladies. All right, so don't panic. My speech isn't that long. I just had to print it on large so I can read it without my glasses. So it should be short. Okay, we all know the saying, it takes a village, right? Well, for an archway, it took a community. Since it had never been done before in the unincorporated areas of San Diego, it required many different aspects to come together. First, we needed a chamber member to conceive of the idea, to have the fortitude to never stop, and the ability to forge new roads. Then it took a chamber board of directors and staff to get behind the idea. We then had a county supervisor who encouraged us to go for it. After that, we needed to assemble a team of county staff who were willing to look into changing the ordinance. We were then encouraged when a local steel company said, "You conceive it, we will build it." Then it took this team of county staff to research, discuss, and draw up a new ordinance, and a county board of supervisors to adopt it. Once we had the ordinance, we then needed an artist to draw up the concept and the support from the community. We met with the Lakeside Planning Group and Design Review Board. We spoke to Main Avenue Revitalization Association, the Lakeside Historical Society, and many other community leaders who said, yes, go for it. Then we needed funding, so we applied for County Neighborhood Reinvestment Grant Funds to cover 50% of the cost, which our supervisor awarded. Now, this is when the real work began. It then took local businesses, community organizations, and individuals to pledge funds or in-kind donations, and all of us to roll up our sleeves and come together to make it happen. Who knew it would be an 8-year-long process? I still choke on that. While the sign is a beautiful example of our success, it is really the work that took place prior to the sign's completion that is the true success. Some say, why build a sign? My answer is to look around you, and you can see the why. This sign is a shining example of the true spirit of Lakeside, a community of people who gets things done. This sign represents the pride we have in our community. It represents the hard work and dedication so many businesses and community members give to Lakeside every day. It represents what we can accomplish if we all work together. Lakeside is proud to be the very first community to build a community identification archway sign in the unincorporated areas of San Diego. I want to thank my board of directors who never said stop. I have to confess there were times I'd lay awake at night going, what the heck did I get us involved in? A big thank you to our county supervisor, Diane Jacob, and her staff, who gave us their complete support and guidance. The County of San Diego team for putting up with our wild idea and didn't show us the exit. And a huge thank you to the community of Lakeside for supporting us throughout this process. But my personal thank you goes to, to Jerry Mosier. The chamber member whose motto is conceive, believe, and achieve. He never gave up. My friend who bulldozed his way through the barriers, never accepted no as an answer, and who kept me and the chamber from giving up. His efforts was solely for the greater good and to benefit the Lakeside Chamber and the community. So if Jerry would come up, he would like to thank those who helped one way or another to get to this day.
Like Kathy, I've got the large print too. Happens when you get a little bit older. I appreciate everybody showing up today. I know it's a little hot, but of course that's Lakeside. It's been a long time coming. Cannot have been done without the help of a lot of people. Way too many to mention without us being here all day. First of all, and I don't see her here, first of all I'd like to thank Heather Stevens and Supervisor Jacob from the county with working with us to change the county ordinances and get the board's approval to allow the sign to be built. Without, go ahead. Without Heather's work, it would have never got done. I'd also like to thank Morali, Dag, Kenton, Michael, Lawrence, Dennis, Adam, Shelley, Boz, Ashley, John, and the countless other staff members and employees of the county that made this possible. Locally, thanks go out to Terry Thompson, Jim Renzi, David Yabara, of course Kathy and the Chamber staff and ambassadors, and to Mary's Donuts, Cafe 67, and of course Eastbound. As for constructing and building the sign, thanks go to Jim and Sherry Summers of EC Constructors, with special thanks to Terry, Jacob, Corey, Faro, Justin, Donnie, and Adrian. If any of you are here, go ahead and stand up. These guys gave countless hours donated to make this happen. We'd also like to thank the Allen family and Steve Stockwell with Western Footings and Foundations, and also Steve, Jay, and Bobby, who were the ones that dug the holes so we could put the foundations in.
Thank you.
Kim and Kevin from Clark Steel. What can I say? Kim's been with me since day one. I think, weren't you the first one I actually came to when I came up with the idea?
Yeah.
Kim was the first one I came up and I said, can it get done? And she said, of course. And with that in mind, we also want to thank Walt, Brian, Adam, Greg, and Brandon of the installation crew, David from KSD, who did the engineering plans, Jerry, Renee, Bill, Flortino, James, Guillermo, Eduardo, Jose, Nicholas, John, Robert, see where I'm coming from? Arturo, Michael, Mike, Alfonso, Luis, and Steve, who worked on the fabrication side. I'd also like to thank the following businesses and individuals for their support and assistance in making this happen. McIntosh and Company, who is our general contractor, Superior Concrete, Willock Contracting, Signage, Jesse in the back there, Pacific Drilling, Soil Testers of Lakeside, I saw Jim here, he's here, Mountain View Consulting, Rodney, RJS Inspectors, Harris Rebar, Acme Safety, Statewide Traffic, Murbach Geotech, San Diego Powder Coating and Protecting Devices, Bob's Crane Service, which everybody knows, Otay Mesa Sales, and Ahern Rentals. And lastly but not least, and I don't see him here, we've got to put a big shout out to Brian and his fantastic wife Emily of Langley Electric, who has donated all of the electrical work. Final tabulation is almost $140,000. A little jump from the $85,000 that Kim told me originally it was going to cost. Though we've raised most of the funds to pay for the project, we're still in need of your help. Going from $85,000 to $140,000, it does leave us with a little bit of a shortfall. There we go. Where are we at? There we go. It does leave us a little bit of shortfall, and we do still need some additional funds. So if you haven't donated yet to the project, donations are still being accepted. Please contact the chamber office, Kathy, Cassie, any of them there, or let either one of us know. For those that already donated, fundraising thanks go to the County Neighborhood Reinvestment Program, Supervisor Jacob, Verona Band of Mission Indians, K.R. Wolf, EC Constructors, A Garage Door and Gate, Eastbound Bar and Grill, Hilliker's Ranch Fresh Eggs, Mara, Gordon and Janice Shackelford, Rock and Block Hardscape Supply, Southland Envelope, Buckman Eggs, Lloyd's Collision Center, Easy Open Door, the Clapp family, and Betty Corvey, Julie Solik, Capri Sanders, Barbara Chanel, and Mickey's Funnies. As you can see, it's taken a lot of people to put this thing together. For those that have worked or helped us with this, and I have not mentioned, I apologize, but I do want to thank you greatly. Without any further ado, I'd like to introduce a person that's been with us since the beginning, almost over 8 years ago. She is the unanimously voted chairwoman of the San Diego County Board of Supervisors for the year 2019, representing our own District 2, Supervisor Diane Jacob.
Thank you, Jerry. I know why the speakers are standing in the sun, so we won't talk very long. Kathy and Jerry pretty much said it all, but it's a great example of your county government working for you and working with the community. But what it takes for a project is a leader. And Jerry Moser was that leader. We had many, many discussions over the years, as you could well imagine. Kept going. You plowed new ground, literally plowed new ground. The county, as was said, had never done this before. So we had to develop an ordinance to do it and create it. And then Ramona got the idea too. They've been in the works, so it's kind of a race. Who was going to be first? Was it going to be Ramona or Lakeside? You won. So congratulations. I think this sign represents Lakeside proud and Lakeside strong. And it's a great community. Finally, thank you for allowing me to be a part of it. So Kathy, here's a little certificate. I don't know if you can hang it on that sign or not, probably not. And you don't want to, but congratulations to the chamber, all those that have been a part of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Diane. It's dangerous over here. We almost forgot, yesterday, it's like, oh shoot, we need power. So thanks to Mary's Donuts, we had to run all the way to Mary's Donuts to get power. So anyway, so we're gonna unfurl the first banner. Diane's gonna help us do that. I know it's gonna be a little awkward because we're gonna go over there. So once it's unfurled, then we will be done. So I just want to thank you all so much for coming out here to help us celebrate this. We're super excited and proud to have done this accomplishment. So if everybody wants to kind of move over this way, and we'll see, cross our fingers it works.